everyone. I am continuing on with my university builds. These are all focused in Brightchester University. You can check out my student union build at the link above. This build is one of the university housing options. And with this one, I just really didn't like the tiny little house they had. Originally, this was kind of my idea of like a sorority type house. I had a sim going to university, and I had created a club with the intent of it being more like a sorority. So I decided to build them a house. And I wanted to do it in kind of an English manor style, at least as best as I could in The Sims. So I did look up one of these houses. It looked, the right style, a little more modern-ish. And I played with it a little bit. As you can see here, different outside, siding options. And I didn't like what I did here. So that does change a little bit. I don't know why I wanted to change it up. The inspiration photo actually has this like white brick siding all throughout it. And it does have kind of a darker bottom. I just couldn't get it to look right with the foundation, so I kind of did my own little thing there. If you are watching this and you are from England, let me know how close I got. I mean, I know the inside is probably completely off, but I'm just curious if I managed to at least maybe pull this off from the outside. I really do want to do some more of these like English builds. I love history, and so I really want to do more of that, or like early colonial American builds, stuff like that. I just think it's fun. And so yeah, look forward to those sometime in the future, not anytime real soon. Okay, so still working on the outside. One thing I will say is you may have noticed that the build has moved. I had quite a hard time building on the lot in Brightchester that this actually went on. So I had to save it and move it because the camera just kept trying to go up above the buildings that were next to it. So yeah, I have played in this. Like I've actually played my sim through university at this point, and I really liked playing in this house. Like I wanted her to go back to school to go back to this house. It was just a good setup. I also did one of the dorms, so you can check that up. Link will be above here. And I don't know, maybe it was more of I was in the mood for university. Maybe it was just the, good builds. I don't know, but they all worked really well this time around. I also have a few mods, so maybe that had to do with it. Yeah, I don't know, but I really enjoyed it. In fact, part of me is thinking of sending her back, but not to Brightchester, but maybe to do like adult schooling in Foxbury or something. All right, so I've been decorating a little bit. Most of the bedrooms are just kind of, thrown together, I'll be honest. Mostly because once you have roommates, they bring a lot of their own stuff. So I didn't want to put a lot of clutter into the bedrooms, and being that, I played this, but I went in and edited the one room I was putting my sim into. after I, got this done and uploaded a copy. Uh, because, I mean, I don't know what room you guys are going to want to use. I did what is right now the pink room. I completely redid that because, frankly, I'm not a fan of pink. But the reason I chose that room is because it was one of the two that was easiest to actually, like, use because of how the camera likes to play in this lot. So, well, in the lot it's supposed to be in. So, and my goal with this house was kind of to create almost like a mini dorm situation. So they have like this area upstairs that's very kind of multi-purpose. They have, the chessboard, couple of easels, bookshelves going in, stuff like that, so that they can kind of use it as a skill building space. I did debate at one point about putting another level onto this, because I'm like, 4 rooms isn't a lot of Sims. I'll be honest, in my build, I ended up changing the other 3 rooms to twin beds, 2 twin beds in each. Now, here I'm just trying to get some clutter in, these more public areas. I put in some clutter. I didn't do a ton, but I put in some decorations and clutter because, that area they don't do anything with. So I think it ended up looking really cute. I'm actually debating right now. I don't know if I'm going to actually do gameplay because my computer doesn't seem to like it when I try to play the game. I don't have I have a higher end computer, but I don't have like a gaming computer. I have a laptop that I do all this off of. And unfortunately right now, finances, I can't afford to go buy a gaming computer. I'll be honest, I'm gonna go steal my niece's because her parents bought her one. That's for her if she's watching this. And I eventually I think I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade. But I might think about doing a generation gameplay. And this one may just be like for me. So you may see more like builds that I, redo like Foxbury because I actually sent one of the descendants there or something. I did a Generations on my own a couple years ago, and it was a lot of fun. I just started getting bored with it, so I'm thinking about just restarting. And I do eventually, if I can get the computer to do it, I want to do like some more gameplay and time because right now I do work a full-time job on top of doing these builds, and I do a couple of other side things. This is for fun, to get some of my creativity out because my day job is not very creative and I needed an outlet that I could do in an apartment easily. So that's why one reason this channel was born. If you read any of my descriptions, the other is that my sister was diagnosed with cancer in 2019. And when she could no longer work, she was going to start a gaming channel. Unfortunately, she lost her battle with cancer and was not able to do that. So a few months after she passed, I decided to go ahead and start this channel. And originally it was Animal Crossing's gameplay and some Sims, and then I just kind of got out of doing the channel for a little while. Some other things happened, life events, and then I finally went, I need that creative outlet again. And I didn't want to do Animal Crossing gameplay because that was giving me problems. That's part of the reason that the channel kind of died a little bit, is I was having so many problems getting things to work. And And so, yeah, I came back. So I've only been back at this probably, about 3 months, I think. Might be a little bit longer. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun doing it. So anyway, back to, what I'm doing with these builds. Living room area was done. Wanted a cozy fireplace. And in my mind, this is an older home, so, it has at least a fireplace. Um, Here I'm working on the library, so I will say I'm sorry. This house uses a lot of packs. Um, it was never my intention to keep this to certain packs. So, yeah. So yeah, I have the book nook. I mean, I had to. It's a library. This book nook kit is probably in almost every build I do. Honestly, if I were to rank kits, book nook would be way up there. Only because I'm a book lover, and it has a lot of just good items in it. A lot of like cluttery type items. A lot of the bookshelves. I mean, it's a good kit. All right, so moving on to the kitchen area, and of course, you have to design this university housing style. So it's a very basic kitchen. I will say I have a mod that allows me to get rid of those requirements. So in my build, I did change that up a little bit and added a stove and a fridge. So I can try to find the name of that mod. I'm horrible with names, so if I did, it'll be down below. But I want to say it's maybe one of Mexi's mods. I can't remember. And yeah, if I stop recording right now, I'm gonna completely lose what I'm doing. So I will try to look that up after I'm done recording. All right, so in this kitchen, I just kind of wanted, basic kitchen, table area, and, just an area they can eat, study. I will say they come to this kitchen table to study instead of, going to desk or anything else. It's hilarious. I'm like, what I think about it, I would rather study near the food too. It makes sense. Okay, so then this area, I wanted to be like a game room. It is tight in here, but it works. They like to go in here and dance all the time. Part of that is, as I said, I started a club. It was more of sorority. One of their things is dancing, so I don't know if that's why. I mean, I will say one of those things was, buying drinks, and I did not put a bar in this build. I did in mine. I took out, I think it's a shelf in the living room and put the little globe bar in there. Just because there wasn't a lot of room. I did not design this specifically for the sororities, that I had made, this club that I had made. I always went in with the intent to design it and then go in and kind of fix it in my own save because I was going to put in like custom content and stuff. So, but I also wanted a little outdoor area where they could, meet, relax, have fun outside. And I used it a couple of times, I'll be honest. I think part of the reason I didn't use it as much was, one, I was doing stuff in fall, winter. And two, I got really distracted by the Home Chef Hustle Pack and started having my sim do little things with that because I wanted to play with it. But when I did use this area, I mean, it was easy to use. It was a lot of fun. The bonfire things were nice, just kind of created that together feel that I was looking for. I don't think I ever saw a sim using the horseshoe pit, but I know I made mine use it a couple times, but on their own, I didn't. So if you don't have that, you're not missing anything, I don't think. I think they're too busy, attempting to study and still fail. I don't know how that works. I wish you could, like, influence them to study and get better grades, on your end to help people that you're not controlling succeed, right? All right, so now I'm just kind of landscaping a little bit. I didn't want to do a whole lot of landscaping with this build. I wanted to keep it simple, but I also didn't want it to look like it was a new build. So I did do, some landscaping to make it look like it's been there a little bit. And I do like how it turned out. I definitely like changing like this area over to the flowers. Adding in, just a few little things. It just added some touches. All right, let me show you this build. Okay, so going in through the entry here, I wanted it to be that grand kind of entry staircase look. A little area to put your coats. And then off to the side here is the living room. Little decorations, something to remind you this is actually a college house. So I put those posters up, and then we'll go back here into the study area. And I really like this. I guess it's library. They never studied in here. So I think that turned out really cute. And then moving over into the game room. And I think this turned out really good too. Like I said, I left some of the decor kind of basic. I didn't put up a ton of stuff. Even in some of the public areas. Bathroom, all pretty and decorated. I did decorate the bathroom. I think with the game room, it was just there was so much going on the main area. As I put in decor, it started to feel really cluttered. So I didn't want that. And then our kitchen area. And this turned out really good too. Like it flows really well. It works really well. Nobody gets in each other's way. And upstairs. Now I do realize the curtains in this build do kind of almost hang from the ceiling. I couldn't get them to work with me, so I gave up. I'm gonna be honest. That's exactly what happened. But it's The Sims, right? And half the time you don't see most of the curtains anyway, because you're playing with that wall down. Just the bedrooms here. As I said, didn't put a whole lot into any of the bedrooms, just because the roommates bring in their own stuff. And the backyard. And then if you notice, like you want to add that in, you can enable the free build cheat, and that'll allow you to add in some more decor if your roommates don't bring much. So just a tip. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. The next video up is going to be Brightchester Park. I tear down the library and redo it as a park. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye now.